So hey guys, and welcome to another video with me, Supernothus, and it's the second part of Darkness Within, in pursuit of Loath Nolder. Last time out we discovered something about a strange house, and strange noises underground. And this time we've gone home. So let's go home. If I can remember which room we're going into. This is his house. And he feels so tired. So I guess it's time to go to sleep. Time for a rest. At last I will rest, he says. Get some sleep. And what happens now? Oh, somebody's knocking on the door. At least it seems like someone's knocking on the door. Who could it be? Who is knocking at my door? Oh, so there's a noise. I don't remember turning the radio on. Well, let's turn it off. Let's turn it off and see who's knocking on the door. It's always a bad idea, answering doors in the middle of the night. What? Someone was knocking. Where is he? It's just darkness. Just darkness. It's dark. What's happening? Anybody there? Strange. Didn't I hear knocking on my door? There's a sound coming from beyond the darkness, he says. There is like a breathing noise almost. Right, well, let's go back. The radio's on again. Why does it keep coming on? We can hear someone talking. This time. I can't really make out any words. Right, well, go off. What is that about? Someone's knocking on the door again. Someone's knocking again. Who could be knocking on this door? Just don't know. Seems like someone's annoying us on purpose. So let's go see if anybody who's at the door this time. Nobody again. Is this a joke? It's darker than before. It's not real. And that weird noise is louder now. Screw this. Back inside. What is the meaning of this? Or is this just a dream? I think it probably is. Uh-oh. The lights just went out. What's going on? I'm hearing that noise inside his apartment now. Oh my goodness. It's a weird guy. It's a weird guy. And he's gone. What's happened to me? What has happened to me? Wellsmoth State Hospital. Looks like we're at the hospital now then. I guess.
Listen, I need to ask you something about him. He woke up several times during the night. Each time he claimed it was some kind
Claims something sitting on his chest.
of chest.
he suffer from nightmares?
I see. It's probably nothing. Stress, most likely, brought on by pressures at work combined with not enough sleep.
Pressures of work and not enough sleep.
When he gets out of here, tell him to take a break. A long break. He needs it.
So I'm to take a break. The doctor. So we hear a doctor talking. And not much else. What's going on? After hospital observation, November 8th. I'm in bed.
I've been suspended from my police job until further notice.
So we're on suspension.
The doctor told me I'd suffered a nervous breakdown.
Nervous breakdown?
He told me I woke up everyone in my apartment building 3 nights ago with my screaming. I don't remember that happening.
Oh, right, okay. So
What's wrong with me?
it was probably a nightmare.
Dreams I keep having. They seem so real.
Yeah, they do.
This case.
That dream did seem very real.
Something about it. I feel connected to it somehow.
Why am I...
Maybe if I could solve it.
If I could solve it, but we're suspended from our police job, so how can we do anything? Oh, telephone. I need to get up then, don't I? Okay, so someone's checking up on us. I'll get some rest. He'll call me again. And he says he'll see me soon. Well, okay. So I've been suspended from my job, but I better take my medicine. Bathroom, I guess. So he's been suspended from his job, but he's got a case to solve anyway. So what, are we going to try and solve this? Oh yeah, it's this really dark bathroom. That just like one uplighter in it. Okay, so we've got some kind of medication. Enough medicine already, he says. Well, I guess we're done then. Let's see what we've got. We did have something we found. We found this. That's what we found in the well. We found this organizer. But it wants a password. And I don't know what the password could be. Let's try 3467. Password incorrect. Forgot your password, press space. Reminder note, when will the triumphant witch be reborn? When will the triumphant witch be reborn? Oh, hang on. I think... Was that not... There was a book in here about with poetry or something. And something about a witch. I and my nightmares. I know a poem called The Time of the Triumphant Witch. This is his book. Time of the Triumphant Witch. It was nice and bleak and stormy night that night after my friend Harold Gallo died. He was just 18, so full of life and bright. Found dead alone in his house by the riverside. And as the storm was roaring, trees swung left to right. I heard that awful story now carved in my mind. It was about a witch who will not be seen in daylight. She was betrayed by our people, cursed the town and died. She lived in the forest too close to our town, so none would dare to enter from dusk until dawn. Seldom she came here to buy some food or a gown, and never said bad things, nor caused us any harm. Still the young ones of the town, their fear grew great. They said to the people, "Witch must be burnt as such." That's interestingly written. But the old ones stood against, said, "Curb your hate." They cried, "Betraying her brings trouble, far too much." Yet the young ones, scared, thought that she could be burnt so fast, and they called the witch hunters to burn her down to dust. Without proper inquisition, they put her in a cage. No words came from her mouth, neither any curse nor rage. As the devouring red flames shone before my eyes, those damned hellish words were heard within her painful cries. You'll pay for this foolish act with your own children's lives. They'll die when they're 18, this will be your woeful prize. Thus the story ends here, but the curse endures anew. 6 children have died with the sign of the witch on their brow. At the same night, come the next morn, we've had a newborn, and the sign, so rumours say, numbers when she'll be reborn. Yes, I'd seen that sign before, just before Harold died. No natural death, he killed himself that night. He always acted strange, but last in my sight. He seemed not quite himself, like a doll can be thrown aside. I snuck into Gallows' home and found a spot to hide. Then he came in silence and went up like night arrayed, clad in black, face pale moonlight, eyes so wide, and his chamber was changed, mirrors all round displayed. Then I followed him upstairs as silent as a thief. What I saw is much for me, my beliefs crack beneath. His chamber door was not closed, to me he held us back. But I saw a reflection of pale face, coloured with bloody awful relief. He was carving the sign XI, or 11, on his brow with an old rusty blade. Then he cut his own throat so quick he did not hesitate. I think that's what we want, that number there, 1699. I reckon. 1699. The date Gallo killed himself. Are there more clues in this? Seems like there's supposed to be 5 clues in here. Nothing particularly interesting. I wonder, is that important? Nothing particularly interesting. Okay, so we got an idea. Let's try. 1699 is not correct. I wonder. There are maybe other clues in that I didn't immediately read. Okay, what about he was just 18? 6 children have died. Six children died under the curse. That looks like that's one of the clues we're looking for. Let me go back. They'll die when they're 18. I feel like that might have something to do with it. Let's try that. According to the witch's curse, each child will die when they're 18 years old. So we got 18 years old, we got 6, and, well, oh, and there was that. This. XI. Gallo carved a sign XI on himself, which would be 11. That would be 11. I wondered. Let's see. He came in silence. What about this? This thing about the mirror. Mirrors all round displayed. There were mirrors in the house in which the writer snuck. Okay, how does that help me? Let's have a think about this. So if I wanted to... If I was to... Can I somehow drop that in there? Since there were mirrors everywhere, could the writer have seen XI instead of IX? Ah, so if I take that, and that, That didn't ring a bell. Okay. What about if I take that out? No, hang on. What about that? Sign shows 9 since 6 children died. 3 are left. 3 children left. So what then? Maybe they're 18 years old now that we've got that. That doesn't make sense. What about the date of Harold Gallo's death? Can't think of anything relating to that. Okay. What about all 3 of those? If a child dies every 18 years for 3 children, 18 times 3 equals 54 years should pass. So can the rebirth date be 1699 plus 54, 1753? Really, if I'd thought about it, I suppose that makes some sense. Welcome, Clark. Enter a date. Okay. Well, we need to work out what that is then. So we worked out his password, but there's obviously something more. Maybe we'll find something else back at his house. Is this a dream too? When I walk out the door, will the world still be the same? Well, let's find out. At least it's not a bad dream. Can we get out of here? How do we get out of here? Oh, around the corner, that's right. So let's go to his house, because obviously there's some kind of date somewhere. I should search here more carefully this time. Yeah, by not going down to the basement, perhaps. Let's have a look. What's around here? There's a clock on the table. It stopped at 6:55 a.m. That paper's unreadable. We said that before. What's over there? No. What's that on the table? Can I get to that? What is this? Like a briefcase or like a bag. The case of Alfonso Rugger. Summarised below the known psychological problems caused by taking the hallucinogenic mixture called Diverse during a heightened emotional state. These psychological problems can be extremely harsh and can even lead to permanent madness. The famous occultist and philosopher Alfonso Rugger, his notes cover the period of time from the 11th of October 1832 to the time of his death in 1833. For more information, refer to the book Diverse, a Black Void, which relates his experiences. After extensive trials, I can say that it has profound effects. Its ability to alter consciousness is unbelievable. Unfortunately, my detailed research has only uncovered a few fragments of information. Okay, so that's interesting. Let me see. Let me see. A strong scent. Because there was a strong scent of something. Could it be that that was the medication? I was just thinking. Could be. What about that? That all kind of. Were all the things I saw hallucinations? Did the incense smells cause me to experience strange things? Well, now, maybe they did. And that's the question, isn't it? Let's see what else is around. Let's go in this door here. This was the library that he had. And presumably we might be able to find this book that he was talking about? Possibly? Old books about the occult and such. Oh, there's another briefcase there. So what could be the... What could be the... What kind of number would a forgetful person like Mr. Field use as a password? Well, I don't know. That's the trouble. I don't know. What about this? Does this have any information on it? There's another thing of clues. In my teenage years, it was my only joy to examine and roam through places where rumours had been spread. Human lifestyle was not for me. I think we're looking for numbers, really. Numbers and dates. Large collection of recordings. My secret treasure trove was discovered by my family because Jonathan blabbed about it. All my recordings were destroyed. They forced me to go to a psychologist for 1 year. When I was just 22. Let's try 22. Mr. Field's life changed when he took over his father's company at the age of 22. So that's an important event in his life. Record number treble 01, treble 02. Old and now unused Moorland Cemetery, Brengston. A lot of information about a tomb in an old and unused cemetery. Started his recordings at 2:48 AM. I heard it during a strong earthquake 4 years ago. I wonder. Strong earthquake 4 years ago. Let's try that. We're looking at dates, right? I wonder where his recordings are. Yeah. I don't know. That's cassette number 1. Could that be important? Do we think? These notes pertain to cassette number 1. Okay. I had an opportunity to make some recordings in the worm eating place, which Ivar and some other friends of his are using as a meeting place. That looks like an interesting record. But maybe not the... Maybe we can underline Ivar's place? Mr. Field made some recordings while he was at Ivar's house. This is a good clue. Is it? I wonder. Let's see something. What's this? Told me the place was built by an unknown witch. Someone named Christopher T. Dredden was also with Field and Ivar during the meeting. We found a hidden clue. Oh, that's interesting. Right, but that seems to be about everything we can get out of that. I think. Maybe the recordings are in his office. Somewhere. The tapes. Seems like the best place to look, right? Yeah, let's leave Clark Field's house. And let's go to Loath Nolder's office. Maybe. Actually, no. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the right place. Now that I think about it. Yeah. I want to go to my office. Am I allowed in here? I've been suspended. Let's see. Oh, we did have this register of deaths. There's Clark Field. Ah, now dates. can't I? Mr. Field was born in 1976. That's a date. What date did he die on? Clark Field was killed on October 21st. Okay. And what else? And he's suffocated. I feel like that might be important. He was suffocated to death. That's not a drastically important clue, but it might still be. It might still be helpful. I don't know. Let's have a look. See if there's anything we can think about with relation to this. What did we have now? We had a shovel with wet mud on it. Something to do with maybe. Could he have been buried alive, maybe? Do you think he could have been buried alive? I'm just starting to think that that might be something to do with it. Let's just see if that means anything. Someone entered Mr. Field's residence and dug somewhere. Who might that be? So who was digging? Who was digging? Somebody. Go back to that house. I mean, that date helps us a little bit, I think. Oh yeah. Well, we might be able to open that briefcase now that we have an idea of his date of birth. Plus that important event, which was on what, the 22nd. So 1976 he was born, and the 22nd, so what's that? 1998. Nine. Yes. He used the year of the company takeover as the password. When he took over his father's company, yeah. Can we open it now then? Okay, we got some more papers. These are Mr. Field's notes. More of his notes. And what else? There's some cassettes here. This is cassette number 1. Is that the only one I want? And there's a cassette player as well. Well, let's read these notes that we looked at. Last night during our conversation, Ivar blurted out that he has a secret meeting place in Northwood Forest. I clearly recall this because as soon as he realised he'd made a mistake, he tried to change the subject. After a short while, when he realised that I'd understood him, he told me that he was planning to invite me there quite soon. First he had to speak with some people whose identities he intentionally avoided revealing. I spoke about this place a bit and emphasised in particular it had been empty for a long time, but from an aesthetic point of view, had every comfort that people like us always seek. He told some tales about his place, which is far away from the closest habitation, and came about through a series of events that are mostly forgotten now. He told me that it always seemed to be a place of pure evil without even taking into account a few rumours. Okay. We got to see the special meeting place. Saw recesses which opened up to some underground clefts or caves, about which we'd heard tales. And at the foot of Northwood Mountain, accused of being in a drunken stupor, met with three strange people in addition to Ivar and himself. Yeah, these people were evil with a disgusting pressure. I can say with certainty this forest is not for sane people. It's where night creatures gather to worship Nyx. I think I dropped my organizer in the well, which frightens me to consider. I couldn't find it, although I searched everywhere. Okay, well that's interesting. Where's that tape? Yeah, great. Let's listen to the cassette then. Okay, press play. The Moorland Cemetery. 5th of October. Okay, I'm listening. Is it just that oppressive noise? Maybe I can... Track 2. Track 2, what is this? Just noise? I don't hear anything. Track 3. Oh, here we go. In the cave. Again, it's just noise. Just like background noise. Let's see. By the well. Yeah. Again, it's just noise. Oh wait. It's like a rattling though as well. Something banging around. See what's next. In his bedroom. I'm not listening. All I can hear is the clock. And some crackling. And some very light bangs. Okay. In the well. Well, when I was in the well, I heard some noises. So what kind of noises am I listening to now? Just like a wind rushing. Oh. And then a bang. He's just recording noises. This one, I don't know what the recording is. But there's some obvious sounds coming out. So what else have we got? Ivar's cabin. Okay. It's recording the same noise there too. It's like thunder. All I'm hearing, all he's recording are noises. Just like lightning and creaking noise. Voices. Oh. And that's almost like a scream. Looks like that's it. Let's wind this tape right back. Yeah. Okay. So he recorded a lot of noises. Which, very similar to noises that we've been hearing. I'm just going to wind this back to the beginning. And just stop that. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So what we did get out of that was a date, which was the 7th, the 5th. Wait, what was it? I think it was enter a date. I reckon it was that. Being at Ivar's cabin, there we go, about 10 miles northwest of the old windmill on the cliff right in front of Siren's Reef. I should go there immediately. Okay, what's happening? I don't feel so well. What's happening to me? It's shaking. Let's get out of here. Out of this house. Can I go home, maybe? I feel tired. I better go home and rest first. So we're driving home. And what are we doing? Oh, still shivering and shaking. I feel better now, but my head's still aching. I better get some sleep. Is this where we're going to have another horrible dream? We probably are, aren't we? What's happening? We're in the dark again. And I can't see or do anything. At least not yet. What? I'm in... That's what... That's the well, isn't it? I'm in the well. What's happening? How did I come to be in this sinister place? I have to get out. The rope won't hold me up. Down I go. The most half-hearted scream ever. Ah! But there we are. No, there's skulls and other bones lying around here. I don't want to be here. Can I leave? Okay, well... Can I take a bone? And I can take a torch. Okay, well if I can take a torch, then I can probably light that torch, right? And now we've got a torch. Which is better than nothing, as he says, quite rightly. Okay, we've got a door. It's jammed. I wonder if I can wedge it open with this abnormally huge bone. That's what she said. The bone's too thick. Okay. See if there's anything else we can use. What about that rock there? Can I like break down this bone with that rock? There's nothing under it, it's just an ordinary rock. Can I break this bone with it? Make like a sharper end? Alright, I broke off a piece of the bone, now it might fit in the door. I'm a little concerned about where we're going here. But let's try it nonetheless. The bone I broke. Have I opened the door? Ooh. It's a weird room. So we've got a statue with what looks like an alligator's head on it. Which has a ring on its hand. Yeah, it looks like it's got an alligator's head. That's a bit weird. What's this ring? It's got like a weird eye symbol. We can take that. This ring, what's it doing here? Well, what it's doing here is getting in my pocket. That's what it's doing here. What's this? Okay, we've got a door with like a couple of curved, but with a couple of bits of metal inside it. So, and there's cogs here. Look, I couldn't see them at first, but yeah, there they are. Okay. So I need to join up this cog with that cog, I guess. They all look to be the same size. Let's try. Will that link up to that one? Oh wait, I wonder. That might. What about that one? And then one more? Would that work? Maybe I still need to use the fifth one as well. I'm not sure that does us any good. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so what then? I wonder actually. Let's try it this way. That looks like it works. There's a hole on this. Seems like something's missing. Does that go into it? No. Okay, so how would I get this running? I feel like I have to use all 5. I don't know why. Right, but let's... I've no idea if that actually works, because I don't appear to have anything I can use to make it go round. So there must be something we need to get that working. Let's try going up these stairs. Or this ramp, whatever it is. What are these holes? What is this place? A crypt? Potentially, yeah. Can't look at anything that's in there. Let's move forward. Can't look at anything in any of those recesses either. There's like, I don't know, lanterns or something in each of these. I can't see anything. Oh, there's a crank of some kind. Oh my word. Did I hear someone speaking, or am I imagining things? Well, I don't know. But let's go back downstairs and see if we got this working. If that crank is for turning that on. We have another horrible nightmare and all of our neighbours will awaken to us screaming. Let's find out. Right, let's see if that actually helps me in any way. Are they moving? I feel like that one isn't helping. I don't think that's doing anything, is it? It is moving, but it's not... I wonder, do you think these recesses are important? I feel like they might be. No, they can't be, look. Well, let's try this way. And then the last one goes there. What about that? Aha! That looks a lot better. Oh, there's a predator in the room. It's like a weird opening sound. So I don't know what that did. But I guess let's go. The only other places we can go are upstairs again. Maybe there's something new here. Certainly there was a noise of something there. Oh. I'm hearing someone banging. And some weird voices. I heard someone speaking and knocking. Well, let's not worry about that. Let's just get out of here. What's over here? I thought there might have been something that I could use. Oh, wait a minute. What are these symbols? Well, that's the same as the ring that we have. Can we use the ring with it? Does the ring maybe... Symbol matches the one on the ring. Can this be related? I better investigate the coffin. It's a bit creepy. It's a skeleton. What exactly are we looking at? Oh wow! It now has bright red eyes and we're awake. Well, that's just weird. What is that all about? What's the meaning of this? I still feel sleepy. Didn't I sleep enough? What? We've slept for 2 days. And you're still feeling tired. How did this happen? I don't know, you lay down and then you never woke up for 2 days? I don't know what else to tell you. Time for him to take his medicine, I think. Maybe that'll help him settle down. What? The taste! The drug has a different taste! What's going on? I hope they've not put this like random hallucinogen into his bottle. This is not my drug. Maybe Arthur can help me. Well, let's find out. We can call him straight away.
Hello, Arthur.
Oh, fine, yeah.
Favour, Arthur. I found something and I need you to get it analysed for me.
Someone's been in the house. Supposed to be getting some rest. Yeah, it's
It's not the case. It's something else.
yeah, my medication, it seems like someone's replaced it with something else.
Out of town? Where are you going?
Yeah, where's he off to? He's off for some personal business.
Take care. See ya.
Who knows what that might be? Maybe he's involved in this craziness as well. It's possible. You never know. What else do we have? Anything else? What's this? He says that. What is this? Who put this here? I don't know. Let's look at it and see what it is. 10/11/2011. Meeting at the cabin after midnight. Gerald. Who's Gerald? And why is he sending me messages? Right, we needed to go and see this cabin. Hey, wait, what? I'll leave the medicine bottle here. I suppose Arthur can find it there. Maybe. So we automatically went to Arthur. Right, let's go and see this cabin that we were talking about. Let's see what we can find out. Oh, there's some guy there. Just standing randomly. Must be important. Oh, we stopped right next to him. So, okay. Who stands at the top of a cliff in a place like this? Well, let's find out. How do we get to him? How did he even get there? To have climbed the railing. This man, I know him from somewhere. Ah yes, he must be Edwin Pickman, one of my favourite poets, or just randomly, one of your favourite poets is just standing on a cliffside.
Can I ask you a question?
You're Edward Pickman, aren't you?
Edwin Pickman, aren't you? The poet? Yes, I think.
He thinks he is.
I am Pickman. It's a real pleasure.
He's Pickman.
My name's Howard. I'm a great fan of your work.
These character names are very reminiscent of something else. Do you need any help? There's always a problem. Yeah, do you need help? He can handle everything by himself. Thank you, and goodbye then. What was that noise? He's obviously jumped off the cliff. I just turned back and he... Is he off the cliff? Can't see anything, it's too misty. There's something on the ground though. What is it? Where is it? I can't even see any new papers there. Is that it? Oh yeah, Edwin Pickman, Quatrain. From the eyes of evil hate, I've learned to hide in the darkest shade, but before the time of the cursed date, I'll dare to leave the shadows. Does that mean something? I don't know. Let's go back to the car. There's not much we can do there now. Guy jumped off a cliff. What can you do? Not much. He disappeared so silently that even I can't tell if this was real. Is this a dream? I must leave. Only the silent, sleepy staring houses in the backwoods can tell. I couldn't read that because it was far too quick, which is good, because it means not too bad a loading time. I had to leave my car at the road and walk. The place looks very old. I wonder why you'd want to build somewhere like this. So that's the way out, I guess. Not much to do apart from go to the door. There's a crow. And a car that's got smashed windows, so clearly isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Not even sure how they got it here. So this is Ivar's cottage. Straight away there's a note of some kind. A blank piece of paper. Just a blank piece of paper? Okay. Anything else around? There's a bucket there. A paintbrush with paint hardened on it. What else is here? What's that noise? There's a trapdoor, which is locked. So we've got a locked trapdoor, but nothing I can do with it. Maybe there's something else in the house we can use to open that. I've got weird rattling maraca noises. What's this room? What do we have? Dining room? Kitchen. A kitchen. What have we got on the table? Anything interesting? No. Can I open these cupboards? A can of paint thinner. That'll get that paintbrush working again, maybe. Although, you know, the paintbrush is a bit wrecked to be... What's that? Some sort of hook. A metal pot. Nothing there we can look at. Can I go anywhere else? Apparently not. Apparently there's nothing else. There's like a ring on the ceiling there. There's a few of them, look. Okay, well there's two of them. Two rings on the ceiling. Okay, well, let's go upstairs. Just a weird painting. A strange painting. And look at that. Another ring. But there's a trapdoor up there, but it's too high to reach. Another trapdoor. Maybe we can open it with this. If I get a bit closer. I think I can reach there with this. Okay, so I've opened this hatch. Okay, so let's go up and see what's up here. Seeing as we've opened it. Oh, it's like a... I don't know, what would you say that is? A secret room of some kind. What's this? Jars of food? That looks like a small octopus type creature. A fish and a weird octopus type thing. And another couple of fish. A jellyfish. And some other fish. Right, I don't understand why there are fish in jars. That's a bit weird. What else is here? That looks like a stove of some kind. There's a curtain. My aim in writing these notes is to document information of archaeological importance. No, this is not scientific, even so I feel an urgent need to write. Sitting here I'm surrounded by a dark and obscure jungle. My investigations led me here, accompanied by my guide. I don't know how far away I am from the jungle village that I left 6 days ago. It may very well be that I'm mad. Images that they're talking about of tribes people. Strange architectural style, nothing like a primeval village. Spiral-shaped huts with walls made of dried mud. In contrast to the green background, were reminiscent of some crustaceous sea creature. I now know the design was derived from a far more splendid architecture. Pain's getting worse, body contorted. Silent walls open to the dark depths of the earth, leading me to believe I'm approaching my goal. I'm searching for nameless ruins in the middle of the jungle. Okay. Nameless ruins in the middle of the jungle. That's interesting. Let's see what else we can find in this house. A telescope. What is this? A mountain of some kind? I think it's looking at the Northwood Mountain. Is there a cave entrance there? Certainly looks like it. Certainly looks like it. Got some books next to his telescope. Oh, here we go. This is a loose translation of the upper portion, which was written in a strange cipher system. Make a talisman, put fennel seeds, frankincense, and quicksilver under a crystal with the character of the Pleiades. The name of the star Pleiades was just assumed from its sign. Its name is not directly mentioned in the passage. So create some kind of talisman. Wait, was there more than one page? No, just the one page. Any more? Can I read any more of these books? Or is it just the same? Yeah, just all about this talisman. Okay. What else is here? There's a star chart there by the look of things. For some time we've been searching for a particular book, the Timbor, or Timbor, the translated version of the book called Infinitus, which is impossible to find. Right, there's 2 clues here. Is that important? Nothing interesting. It's difficult finding the time board because even mentioning its name was enough to draw the attention of the ones who know what it really is. With the right time and preparation, things can be summoned from spheres beyond this universe. Let's try that. What could things that can be summoned even beyond death be? I hate to think. I hate to think. Let me see. Must be more. There's 2 more clues apparently. We discovered the place where the ones who will be summoned in order to achieve our goal lay. Even though the old text gave us information about them, locations of the tombs were not specified. Is that where we were in that dream, do you think? Must be something else. Marodus, an alchemist and demonologist. Difficult to find the time bore. Just don't know. Even though the text gave us information about them, locations of the tombs were not specified. They're in the crypts below a tomb, which stands in a very old cemetery. Certainly looks like it. The old cemetery will be the one we saw before, and the tomb is registered in the name of Samuel William Poor. That'll be something to look for. I think I've heard this name before, but I can't recall when. I better remember this. It may be important in the future. Well, we found all the clues in that piece of paper. I guess we can leave. Or leave this room at least, but there's other things to look at here. Another weird picture. What do we have here then? There's a desk there. Can I get into it? There's another desk here too. That desk is locked. How do I get access to this one? Walk into the room a little bit. Hearing some strange noises. That's also locked. I don't think there's anything we can do here just now then. Let's leave. What's going on? There's doors closing. Lorraine? I wasn't expecting me so soon. Who are you? I did get the note. The note. You left the note? Yeah. I just wanted to investigate a little quicker. Mr. Dredden? Mr. Dredden? He disappeared after exploring the cemetery. When he says disappeared. Okay. He's forgotten to give you the key. So I've been given a key now. Is that for this?
Okay, thanks. I'll be leaving now.
Okay. Be careful. Sure. Whatever you say. Weird guy. He recognizes me, but how? I've never seen him before. How could he know me? Where did he come from? He wasn't in any of the rooms. Well, he obviously wasn't. But he is now. That's a good place for us to stop this time, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the second part of Darkness Within In Pursuit of Loath Nolder. It's certainly an interesting case. And some interesting nightmares that we're having too. For now, though, thank you very much for tuning in. And if you did enjoy that... Oh, what's going on? I should wait at home until nightfall, then I'll come back and check. Great, what's going on? I wanted to save my game. I feel exhausted. Been through a lot today. I better rest. can't get to the menu to save my game. Like, I actually can't get to the menu to save my game. Because every time I click... Are you kidding me? Okay, every time I'm clicking the escape key, for some reason it's bringing up the start menu in Windows. So, okay. Let's make that where we finish for today, guys, and hopefully I won't have to do everything all over again. For now, though, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Now it doesn't want to do anything. See you next time.